Amber's a bitch.
Oh, hi. I'm Amber Valentine, and this is After the Chap. I am in this Whips and Chains look because their runway tonight was a Whips and Chains inspired moment, and then they did a girl group number. So keep watching. We're going to talk to each contestant and finally talking to the contestant who went home tonight, as well as your judges and your hosts. So stay tuned. It's going to get good. I'm here with Mickey Mirage and your first time winner. How are you feeling?
I feel good. It's bittersweet though tonight. I love Allegra and Kenya, and we worked very hard on our number tonight. So it was bittersweet in that I was in the top, and I was so grateful to be in the top for the first time. But I was also sad and surprised to see my sisters in the bottom. For many reasons.
I hear that. Well, I mean, I think I was surprised because I didn't see everything tonight, but I was surprised just because I do think they're both like sick performers. Yeah. It might just be that there are so many good competitors too that. Well, and then the votes.
Yeah, I mean, it all does come down to the votes for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I mean, not to be too. I don't want to be aggressive, but it was disappointing to see certain competitors. Oh, let me first off clarify. I think everybody in this competition is really great. I love everybody's drag. I think everyone are wonderful performers. However, I'm strictly talking about tonight. There were competitors that didn't bring it, period, in their performances, and they weren't in the bottom. And not all of them, and it was really disappointing to see that, especially considering I know firsthand how hard we all worked for our number and how much we brought it. We executed everything we came to execute tonight, and I know that. I mean, obviously I shined tonight, but I know that my sisters did too. Yeah. So I was really disappointed to see that, especially when it came to like some of the judging was weird to see. I was like, I don't know if they were watching the same show that I was watching, because I know that me and my peaches, we were lip syncing every word to the song. Yeah. Upstairs, living for the mix, but like watching the number, and I was like, oh, we knew the words better than some of the competitors.
Yeah, I will say that I did notice a little bit of that myself too, where I was kind of like, oh. Not necessarily the critique I was expecting, but I also can't really talk because I didn't get to see everything. But, okay. But I just know based on the three of you that you slayed.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I'm really proud of you for winning, and
thank you.
I definitely think you deserve it.
Thank you.
And I'm also very sad to see Kenya and Allegra in the bottom.
And Allegra went home. Oh, she's really, we haven't known each other very long, but like already I'm a huge fan. Yeah. She's so nice. And she's young to drag.
I love that she's so much gentle as a person, but then like just like an aggressive performer. Like,
it's like that person has been waiting to come out forever, and so I can't wait to follow her journey. And this is just one competition, and
that's what I said.
Whatever. I'm like, it's all so fresh right now, but in a couple weeks we'll all be laughing about it and celebrating my win. Yeah. So.
And hopefully many more to come.
I hope. We can all hope.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, thank you, Mickey. Best of luck next week. Can't wait to see you.
I'm excited.
All right, Mickey Mirage. Who has the most lavish nipples in the world? Lavish.
You are so that is my new Tinder bio.
Yes, the most lavish nipples.
Lavish nipples.
Amber Valentine.
Yes.
You better quote me. All right, so not the win as last week, but I mean it was dang close. Top 3 again. You can't complain about that.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I had a wonderful night. So yeah, great time.
Good, awesome, and I love this like. Oh, I wish I could pull off just that stick straight hair, like one little wig, and your tiny body just works perfect.
One little wig. Was that shade?
It wasn't shade. Okay. I'm saying I could never. I wish.
I just need a few little
in my dreams,
and we're all good.
Not clipping.
No, like she looks incredible, and I wish. Anyway, all right. So, what do the judges have to say tonight about your performances and your runway and your performance?
They were very happy with like our ideas, and it was just kind of those fine-tuning things that you just have to listen to and like soak in. They said things about lyrics. They said things about like just like fine-tuning in general, which is like what I'm here to hear. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So,
yeah. I know. I love critiques.
Yeah, you need them.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta soak it in, get better,
Totally.
get correct.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, so next week is that whole movie challenge. Do you have ideas already? Or
I do. Honestly, like, classic cinema is, like, my favorite genre, if you can call it a genre.
Yeah.
Like, Marilyn Monroe movies, like, stuff like that. Like, it's what I live for. So,
Yeah.
I have to, like, I'm going to dig into my library, figure out what I really like, and, work on
All
that.
right, can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
Lavish, everyone. All right, y'all. I'm sitting here with Lemon LaCroix, who was in the top this week. Did not quite pull out the win, but how do you feel?
I feel really great. I mean, I didn't pull the win, but I was super proud of what I did this week. Like, I really stepped out of my comfort zone with my runway look and also my performance.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of what I did, for sure.
Great. What were the judges' critiques tonight?
So the judges, like, they loved my outfit. Like, I was some people's favorite look of the night.
Oh.
And the judges recognized that I'm not like the best dancer, and I knew that going into this, but I tried really hard, and I was glad that they recognized that like I put in that effort to keep up with my group.
Yeah, that's great. I know you were with Adriana and Lavish.
Yes.
Yeah, so both dancing queens. So it's good for you. That's great.
Thank you.
Especially when it's something that's not your thing and you're killing it. So
Thank you.
yeah. All right, so. Next week, what are you gonna do to like bring that extra fire and pull out the win? Because I feel like you've been doing so great this whole time, so you just gotta get like that extra little push.
I think what I really need to bring out next week is I really just need to bring the humor, because doing a lot of like, if we're making a movie into a musical, like I can really play it up and do something really campy and fun. But I really like what I want to try to do is try to find a film that maybe not everybody's like gonna think of, but still everybody knows in a way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You want it to be like a crowd pleaser, but
Exactly.
but not something that everyone's gonna do for sure. Well, and it's also about like calling it in the chat first.
Yes,
if you do
for
have a
sure.
sick idea. But all right. Well, best of luck to you. I'm so happy for you, top 3. And we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Lemon LaCroix, everyone. All right, y'all. Here I am with Mercy Mercury. How are you feeling tonight, Mercy?
Great. It was an interesting week, to say the least. You always want to rehearse for a group number. So to do on improv was interesting.
Oh, okay. Can you elaborate on that? Because not everyone's aware of what happened.
Oh, yeah. So, just like people get busy, and so like I was kind of waiting all week for a response from my partner. Finally happened like the Friday before the show. That was it until like Saturday. We said, okay, let's meet up Sunday at 2. Sunday at 2 comes around, nothing. Finally Sunday at 5 p.m. I get, so how far are you from Boys Town? Not even an excuse, just like, how far are you? And so yeah, we didn't get to rehearse at all.
At all?
Do any preparation, no.
So the whole thing you guys did was all just like ad-libbed?
Yeah. Like we had planned some minor moves up here, but that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we made it through. So
You did. Yeah, and the judges seem to love it. So probably my most favorite part of the night was Mercy's wig came a little loose, and she didn't, stop performing her butt off the whole time. But she gave us the world's softest hair flip that was just this very slowly over and over, and it was like just enough to give me what I wanted, and I knew why. So anyway, I love that.
but the shit's pinned in.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So next week is the
Movie challenge.
Movie challenge.
I'm
Do you have
super
any ideas?
excited. Yeah, I have so many running through my head that it's gonna be like trying to pick one. That's gonna be the hardest part. But yeah, I just learned how to make a mix last week. So yeah, I'm super excited to like push myself this week.
Sweet.
People were kind of starting to underestimate me in the middle, where it looked like I wasn't growing, and I just want to show that I can learn, I can push, and I deserve to win again.
Yeah. I love your makeup tonight too, because it's like it's still you. It's different, but it's like your version of like beauty makeup.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah,
that's what I was going for. Like, I love to do the sketchy, the lines, and so I wanted to just like keep that, but be beautiful for once.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Also,
All right.
Mercy Mercury has a big old booty. We saw the
Oh,
booty.
yeah. Mercy got a
she dropped-
fat ass.
She got a fat booty.
Oh.
Wow. Look at those cheeks, girl.
All right, come check out more of that booty next Monday at the Chap.
Damn.
All right, y'all, here I am with my, I don't know why I keep saying y'all, I'm not from the South, although I did go to school in
Howdy,
Georgia.
y'all.
Anyway, I'm here with my sis, Adriana Fanta, which shockingly, you were safe.
And
How
that's
do you
the
feel?
gag. That's the gag. You know how I feel? I definitely was shocked. Like, I really felt like I should have been in the top. I was a little gagged, and I was ready for that lip sync, baby. I had some stunts. I had some really cute things. And I was ready to give it to you bitches for the top 3. I really was shocked.
Yeah.
I thought it should have been me, Mickey, and Lemon. I think. Okay, maybe just me and Mickey. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I love my girls. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right,
All right,
I have to say personally, I think your makeup tonight is the best, the most beautiful
my
you've ever
God.
looked.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it smudged right now? Because when I
It always is a little, but
Oh.
I don't. Just the
it always is a
lipstick.
little because the reason why I'll tell you is because I overdraw my bottom lip and I'm very,
Expressive.
expressive.
Yeah.
I'm expressive when I lip sync, so I'm like, so then it kind of just like touches the bottom, and usually I do actually have setting powder. If I wasn't so drunk, I would have done a little and then brushed it off, but here we are. C'est la vie.
I'll turn you on to a good liquid lipstick that doesn't transfer.
Actually, I would
what I
really
use,
love
so.
that because here we have the makeup goddess herself.
Oh.
I've been trying to do like a little makeup 101 with her, but she's
we're
she's
gonna
a
do
busy
it.
gal.
Goddess is a stretch, but.
Oh, she said it's a stretch. It's a stretch.
All right, well, be on the lookout for that because it's gonna happen. So, also don't judge my no nails.
That's why.
All right, so next week we got movie realness for the challenge.
Oh
You
my
have ideas
God.
already?
No, I have 0. So if anybody out there has any suggestions, send them my way, sis, because I'm just like been racking my brain. I can't think of anything.
All right, well, I mentioned mine in the video already, so you could feel free to steal it if you want.
I will. Yeah, go ahead and tell me.
It's She's All That, the transformation from
Yes!
like nerdy to hot.
Okay, that's cute. Or I could do Princess Diaries. Anne Hathaway.
Yes.
Like, that would be fun.
All right, well, I love you,
I love you.
Adriana. And next week, you're probably going to win again, so. All right, Adriana Fanta. All right, y'all, this is my obsession. I already said it last week. Kenya Sanchez. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm okay. I'm a little under the weather
Yeah.
this week. I think I got the coronavirus.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I'm taking it day by day right now.
All
Yeah.
right, well, my thoughts and prayers are with you.
Thank you.
So, this bitch for week 1, was it week 1 when you poured the water?
Yeah.
Your water, and then tonight she did it right. She poured a glass of water on herself because you were in the bottom, which was shocking.
Yeah.
But I mean, you slayed that lip sync. There was no way you were gonna go home.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I was in the bottom today. It was a bit of a shocker, but it's not that bad. I feel like today I wasn't on my A game because I was sick. I am under
Yeah.
the weather. So if they're gonna call me out, I'd rather be a day that I'm under the weather and not all the way on my A game
Right.
versus a day where I feel great, think I'm doing sick knee, and then they're like, oh no, girl, that's
Yeah.
lame. You know?
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
That totally makes sense. And then next week we have like that movie challenge. You have ideas for that, or?
I think I'm gonna pull out some Barbara Streisand.
Oh,
Show a little
okay.
diversity. Yes, show a little diversity.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm into that. I can't wait to see it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm always excited to see what you do. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, my sis, Kenya Sanchez.
Bye.
Oh, the coronavirus! Run! She's dead.
Done.
Cheers. I'm here with Synthetic. We're having a drink. All right, so you were in the bottom today, but you pulled through.
But not the bottom.
Right. Right. Okay, so tell me about your performance and the critiques you got from the judges.
Well, I was really nervous about my not my runway, but like the challenge tonight, because
the
like
group number?
me and Mercy, like our schedules were clashing, and like it was really hard for us to like get with each other. But you know, like we just did the damn thing.
Whose
and
fault do you think it was?
Mine. For sure. But I mean, hey, bitch, I'm booked.
Yeah. Well, hey, at least
Sorry,
you
but
admit
come
it
on.
too. Take responsibility.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely my fault. But you know, we got here earlier than call time, and we kind of rehearsed something. We did some stuff together, and then mainly it was just like, kind of like doing our own thing.
Yeah.
But like at certain parts, coming and like doing it together. And the critique was a lot better than I thought. A lot better than I thought I was gonna get.
Yeah.
Like, for both of us.
Good. Well, I'm happy you made it another week. I love your drag. So next week is that movie challenge. You have ideas?
Okay, so I had an idea of Psycho. Yeah.
okay.
But then I also had an idea of like The Sweetest Thing.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thinking about like getting like backup dancers for like Christina Applegate and Selena
Yeah.
Salma Blair. But those are like my ideas right
Yeah.
now. I already know I'm gonna change it.
Totally. I hear
But
that.
I feel like it's gonna be like probably my favorite challenge so far, because I can pick like any of my favorite movies and
Yeah.
just like turn it into a musical.
Right. Well, I would say if you're on the fence between those
Well, I was
two.
also thinking of The Grudge,
oh,
because I know I can do that crawl down
But
the
not
stairs.
that new one. I know that thing's gotta be terrible. I haven't seen it, but anyway, no. But I was gonna say if you have to choose between those two, for example, I'd say go with those backup dancers because, like, Lola Madison won last season, and all she did is backup dancers.
True. Very true.
All right, we can't wait to see what you do next week. Thank you so much.
Move those lips. Move those lips,
Oh, yeah.
girl.
Oh,
She
Very
can give you
terrifying.
a job and lick your at the same time with them lips, girl. You nasty hoe.
Do you know who I am? I'm a destroyer.
all right, thank you, Synthetic, everyone.
Thank you.
Here I am with Allegra D, who unfortunately did go home tonight, or is going home tonight, but I have to say, just from seeing you perform already, I know this is not the last we'll see of you, and you're new at this,
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So just the fact that, I mean, you're not the first, you're not the second, you're not the third to go home, it's like, I mean, you're up against some fierce people, and you're only going to keep getting better in time, you know,
Exactly,
so. How are you feeling about your performance?
I mean, I don't know. It's like I wasn't shocked that I was in the bottom, but I think, like, personally, I would have loved to see us three peaches of season 2 up in the top. I just think that, like, when you're in Boys Town, you're competing for competitions like this, the factor of, like, race can be an element that people don't want to talk about and people aren't going to talk about. But, like, with me, Kenya, Mickey, like, yeah, we may have people come, but, like, with our, like, groups of people, like, they're, like, people of color that we bring and that we know this isn't necessarily the place that they always feel comfortable being in Boys Town. It's not like, oh, hey, I'm at the river, like, I know it. You know, it's, like, not always that. And so then also the way people, like, judge or look is always, like, oh, you black queens, you fucked it up to, Destiny's Child and you did this awesome routine, but we expected you to do that, you know? Which is like, okay, yeah, and if we do something out of our comfort zone compared to like other queens, and no shade to other queens, because I think everybody did awesome tonight, and I think the judges had a hard decision, but I think if we go out of our comfort zone and don't dance or don't do flips, don't do splits, all these things like that, we get read for, oh, you should have just danced more, you should have done what you know, rather than going out of our comfort zone. So I think we need to understand, like, you know, like the way also the drag community, bigger Drag Race, like very predominantly white fandom, and like obviously I'm not talking about this, I'm talking about drag, I mean partially, but like Drag Race more and drag in general has become a very predominantly white space. And so as like Monique Hart said, and I watched an interview that she had the other day, like people love and will clap and when we do splits and cartwheels and whatever we do, but they can't see themselves in us as much. So I think it's not the end for me. I just think it's very interesting and like there's a lot. there's a conversation to be had about.
Absolutely. Well,
and I'm not just saying because I'm like I went home. I'm just saying that I would still be saying the same thing if I was in the top, if I was safe, you know. So
no, I hear you, and I mean I appreciate you saying that, being honest, because it's like, you know, you shouldn't have to explain to the white people how it is. You know what I mean? It's like everyone needs to be more empathetic and understanding and just get it on their own. But it is something that unfortunately is necessary, and so I appreciate you bringing it to attention, because you know, white privilege is real, and it's something that not everyone is aware of, or if they are, they're just not paying attention closely enough. So I appreciate you. I see you, and
I'm just like, and I'm also so happy. I'm so happy to have had this opportunity as like a newcomer to drag, and just have gotten this far, and to have met so many awesome queens. These queens, everybody's awesome, killed it today. Everybody like showed a different side, really went out of the box, and was awesome. Season 3, we'll see.
I know. Well, the other thing is, I mean, you're going to be around. Like, you have great energy. You're a great performer. I thought you killed tonight. So, we'll see more of you. Best of luck to you in the future. Thank you for sitting down with me. All right, Allegra D, everyone. Don't forget that name.
Don't forget it.
Hey, y'all. I'm here with Kim Passable and Veronica Pop. How are you guys feeling, Kim?
Fabulous. I am feeling good tonight, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Fabulous.
Fabulous, great. Veronica had her flight, she missed her flight from New York today, but still made it in time for the show. That's a professional.
Wait, how did you miss your flight?
Because I overslept, and I still made it to my photo shoot and to the chop.
That's
I landed at 3.
Pro. Wow.
We kind of had a mixed up week in terms of who was in the top and the bottom. So
yes, we did. I was very confused with the results. I actually had a hard time in the back. For me, I thought that everybody should have been safe this week, but you know, we can't always pull that card. So it got a little bit argumentative in the back, and I would say I'm gonna say my tops for the week, which are, I thought Lavish was really good, both runway and performance-wise. I also thought Kenya was a standout. She was the Beyonce of her group in multiple aspects. I also think Mickey was strong, and that's why she won. Yeah, those are my 3.
All right, Kim.
It's Veronica.
It happens, I know. Hair like this, I'm very memorable. You just can't get me out of your mind.
I'm sorry. Veronica?
My top was Mickey, and that's what she won. She was really good. Some of the judges didn't understand her runway, but I feel like I understood it. So there was a big argument backstage, but that's part of being in a competition and just knowing where you want the competition to go. So I agree with the way it was, the decisions that were made.
Good.
May I interject? Yeah. I loved her runway.
It was. This is our moment, but thank you.
So next week, I think is a really good challenge. You want to explain?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. So we had to go do some changes based on just like what we've seen, everyone delivering, what we thought would be the right choice. So it was always kind of like a bring something in pop culture to life, and we decided that it was going to be a movie. So you take like a really classic film and bring it to life. So what we were looking for is a mix. We don't just want you to come downstairs and do a song and kind of like dance around to. We want to see you put an effort. Like if we were to book you for a theme for a show, what would you bring? So we're looking for dialogues, monologues, all that stuff. We want you to take something from a scene and put music to it. So if there's a song that inspires you from a certain dialogue from a film, we would love to see you do that. What you cannot do is a musical that already exists. So we don't want West Side Story. We don't want The Sound of Music. If you're going to do Mean Girls, it has to be the movie, not the musical. We don't want anything from musicals. We want you to get creative and to decide, make some decisions based on the film and what you're inspired by. If that's clear. Yeah, it's clear? Okay.
Veronica, do you want to talk about like what you are specifically looking for and what you do or don't want to see?
I'm looking for comedy. I love when a performance tells a story, not just like random like parts of a movie. So I would want them to have like a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I want everyone to like stick away from Mean Girls because I feel like everyone's gonna do Mean Girl. I would love to see like white chicks would be funny. Like Baby Mama, Ms. Doubtfire, like stuff like that would be like hilarious. Like I want people to think like outside the box instead of just like your generic like gay movie. Like bring like a classic cult to life, not just like a basic one, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for.
This is where Veronica and I will differ in taste level, because I want X-Men, I want Kill Bill Volume 1, I want Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I want all that, like, I want like the raunchy, nasty shit. Like I want the cult classics.
Yeah. I've always had this dream actually of doing She's All That and coming out as like a really nerdy, like sad looking girl, and then with like school books, and then like doing a whole reveal with this like hot bad bitch.
Yeah.
And then
Bad
that
Teacher or Bad Mom, like the movie. Oh, she's like a nerdy girl. Or no, what's that movie? The 10 Things I Hate About You.
She's All That.
Oh yeah, that's the movie.
That's what she said.
Wow,
Yeah.
I zoned out. It's because I realized my
can-
tacos are downstairs, so I'm starving.
I can settle for like some Heathers, some Jawbreaker, like something that's like it's
Jawbreaker.
very like teen movie, but it's like in on the
Clueless.
joke, you know.
Yeah.
Clueless is good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clueless is really good. So watch this episode, contestants, because this is some clues as to what we like, and we have an opinion about who stays and who goes.
I love
We
love
know.
that film.
I think it won the Oscar that year.
It did.
All right. Thank you so much for sitting down with me, Kim Passable, Veronica Pop.
all this.
I'm taking it
How did it fall off?
The back. There's a chain in the back and it broke. So like holds it together. But
Yo, big ass man
I
bag.
know, right? We are with the season 1 winner, Lola Madison.
Hey, girl. Hey.
AKA Isaac Zires in her little male drag look.
My
again
little
this week.
androgynous look here.
Yes. What did you think of the show tonight?
The show was really good for those that were there on time. My favorite was the first group number, Allegra D, Kenya Sanchez, and Nicki Minaj. They did such a great job with the choreography, and the gag was they literally learned it today.
Really?
And the other two did it a couple days before. I was like, what? Because the choreography was so detailed. I was just in awe when she told me that. Because I know when me and Dan McMahon did our thing, we literally learned it the day of. We had, I forgot what theme it was when we had to partner up. It was like a musical theme or something like that.
No,
it was a movie theme.
No, I think there was no theme. I think it was just duets.
Oh, it was just duets. Okay. Well, we literally learned that day, and it was super easy choreography, and we did it, and they were like, "Oh my God, you were amazing." But it was so simple compared to what these girls did today, the first group. I was like blown away to find out that they literally just did it today or in 2 days. Insane. They were so good.
So next week, what are you looking for? What do you want to see in that movie challenge?
Well, I absolutely love horror films.
I did not know that about you.
Yes. I love me some horror films. I cannot watch them alone, but I love me some scary movies. I love Halloween. I just love the idea that they're implementing, get a movie and find music that puts it together. I kind of feel like we've done that last season too, just on like our own, because we're just bad bitches, we're smart. So I was like, I think they learned from us.
Probably.
They were taking
Was
notes.
this inspired from us?
Right? I don't know.
No one will know. The world will never know.
So I'm really excited for next week because they really can go anywhere. But I'm me personally, I'm into Halloween or sci-fi comedy like The Fifth Element.
Yeah, that would be good.
The Fifth Element. I don't know if any bitches here are listening.
I know. Well, they're all so young. I don't know if I know what that is.
Oh.
Shade. Thank you. Always appreciate your input, Lola Madison.
Oh, shout out to my drag daughters and my drag son. They were commenting on how they love the show.
Oh.
And they've been chiming in, so I had to give them a shout out.
Oh, all right.
Thanks
for watching. All right, here I am with your judges every week, St. Mark's and Miss Miranda.
Hi.
And your guest judge this week, Amy Bender.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So can you tell us about yourself?
Yes, my name's Amy Bender. I am the creator, producer, artistic director of the Vaudettes. It's an empowering, inclusive dance troupe that performs all over the city of Chicago.
Sick, I love it. And you just performed with Veronica, right?
Yes, the Vaudettes just performed with Veronica, and then we also just performed on a cruise ship.
Sick. All right, so tonight, especially since it was your first night at the
Yeah.
show, who kind of jumped out at you the most?
They all really jumped out to me. Obviously, like Mickey Mirage came out swinging because she had this like insane, sickening, like leather dress, like BDSM gown. In what world?
Right?
Yes.
Okay, love it. What about you guys tonight? Tell me who your standouts are, but also just tell me like anything that you want to bring up about this competition so far. Things that are bothering you or things that you're enjoying. I want to hear it.
I thought everyone actually, like, for Runway slayed it. I think for us, we were looking very much for the whips and chains, and we didn't see that, and people saw that as us being harsh. I thought we were just doing our job. So it was there was a moment that we kind of were like, oh shit, we're not trying to be mean, we're just trying to go for the critique.
Yeah.
And that was the situation. My standouts today, I mean, if we cut whips and chains aside, Mickey's dress, it was phenomenal. I loved her look. I was just looking for chains to be a part of it. Lemon also stood out to me. It was incredible. And who else? Who are you thinking?
I thought Lavish did well too. Excuse me. I think Kenya does well too. Like I feel like it's kind of been the same week to week, like bouncing around between performers. I think they just kind of like take weeks where they're like, you're gonna get the top this week, I'm not gonna get it. Like, I think now is the time where we're at the point in the competition where every single week you have to bring it. You can't let anything kind of go to the wayside. You can't have a lapse moment, unfortunately. Not now.
Right.
And I think also people don't realize that it's not just the judges who determine who's in the top and who's in the bottom. We also do have a whole fan vote portion of it. And I think that everybody today who was in the top 3 definitely deserved it. And those in the bottom 3 also deserved it. And I do think at the end of the day, who was the winner, Mickey, killed it. And she deserved her win. And I think who went home, they deserved it as well.
Okay.
Unfortunately, not to be.
Yeah. I think some of the contestants had opinions that the judging was off. So, do you want to address that?
Well, I mean, that's kind of what I was just talking about.
I would love to know what. Hold on. I would love to know. What do they mean by that?
You have to watch After the Chat with Amber Valentine.
I think it's what we were saying is the judging. I even will say I think everybody looked fierce. But how we were explained to us, our job today, was to judge on whips and chains. Mm-hmm. That's what we were told as judges to do. Okay?
Yeah.
So for me, everybody who walked on that runway, I thought looked fierce and amazing. My eye, being told what I was told, was looking for whips, and I was looking for chains. Some of the queens who looked fierce did not have chains, or they did not have whips. I think there's a clear, you can't, and this is something that got us frustrated earlier, you can't. That's not the judging. We're giving direction of what we should be looking for.
Right.
So if I'm told look for whips and chains, Miss Miranda is looking for whips and chains. It's not to read anybody feel because I know how much that sucks. I don't want to bring anyone down. To put the knot up is not what I want to do. It's the last thing. It actually hurts us to do because I feel like the entire crowd is going to hate me when I do this, but I'm trying to do my job. So I understand where people are coming from because I think people are kind of in their feelings. But on the flip side is our job today was to look for that on the runway. And I think when we addressed that, it was also said, oh, well, we're looking for like more of like, what was it,
BDSM.
And I was like, that's not what we were told.
Right.
Am I wrong to say that?
No.
Okay.
So I'm going to address it a little bit harsher, as I got called today. Here's the thing about the contestants and like their opinions. I love you guys. I love hearing them. But at the end of the day, like, you're not sitting at that table. You don't see what we're seeing. These are your friends. You've gotten close with them. You're not seeing it from our eyes, which is like people that direct shows and book shows all the time. You're looking at this almost like with too light of eyes. You need to see it as like, you guys are here to win it. You're here to win this grand prize. It's a big prize. So when we're sitting there, we're trying to edit ourselves real time to be not only constructive, but also like kind. Like, we're not trying to be harsh. The point of this, it's not being filmed for TV. We're not trying to be mean for like views. But at the end of the day, if you disagree with an opinion of a judge, you have to understand we are going based off of like so many other things that we talk about in meetings. We're going based off of like what we've seen the last couple weeks. So whether you agreed or disagreed, like for example with the first group, you could disagree that you think all 3 of those girls were great and they should have deserved to stay. But also, like, you might also see from our side, you can see the differences and weaknesses when 2 strong people are standing next to you. So you might have a different someone who you thought should have gone home. There are so many other factors you're not even taking into consideration.
And I think also what people have to realize when it comes to judging is we're not on the same page. We literally were like yelling at each other today because we had 2 completely different opinions, but it's a group of people who in the end get to say their say and then get to vote, and that's what the decisions come down to. So, you know, just because the decision happened today doesn't mean that me, Marco, and Amy, correct, agree with it. That's just, it was a majority vote, and that's what we came down. But I'm also, my part of the job of being a judge is I stand behind that decision because that's what my group decided. The top and bottom, just to clarify, is completely based on who you bring to the competition and who puts their raffle ticket for you. The judges have nothing to do that. Well, we get one say to say, this person, actually, they're not in the top, but we think that they should be in the top. We get to put one person in the top, and we get to put one person in the bottom.
And that started this week.
Yeah, and I want to clarify, because it does suck to hear that people think that we didn't determine that. Your friends determined that.
Right. Well, I mean, I do think that was addressed, too. They felt the audience had it wrong, too, so I don't think it was, like, fully on you.
You know, we're sensitive. We're just trying to, like, make sure people don't think of this bitch.
Well, she's the most sensitive in the world right now.
Not about that. I am the most sensitive, but not about that. Continue.
All right, so I know you won't be here next week, Amy, but it's this whole movie challenge. What would you like to see?
I would love to see a Kill Bill moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a Kill Bill moment or a Pulp Fiction moment. I want to see some dark. I like dark, sexy moments.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. How about you two?
I would actually love to see that as well. I also, like y'all know, I love Disney. So I would love to see someone like do Disney, but like make it sexy, like a Cinderella, like being a hoe, like
a slut,
like a Mariah, just like. I think that would be so sexy. I just want someone. I love my favorite drag, and I've always said this, is drag that makes me laugh and makes me smile, because that's when I feel the best. Is what I want to see. I just want someone to be funny, step outside the box, and that's what I'm looking for.
All right, St. Mark's.
Yeah, I feel like I completely disagree with that. No, I'm kidding. But that is our difference. That is our difference for sure, because like I laugh enough. I'm okay with that. I think I want to see more like depth. More than anything, I want to see someone bring something to life that like I didn't even think was possible. I love a dialogue moment. I love when people get creative. And as we've seen already, like you are not safe by just being like, this is a good idea, I'm going to do it next week, I'll be fine. Here's the thing, you never know what everyone else is bringing. So like you're all great, but like who's gonna do better is what it comes down to. Like, and unfortunately, as we get down to the wire, good people go home. That's just how it goes. So next week I want to see some movies that I never would have expected brought to life by some music that just fits perfectly. I want to see it well thought out. Challenge yourself. We're too far in. Challenge yourself.
All right, that's a good answer. I appreciate it. All right, thank you to our judges tonight. And wow, we didn't end up messy in the end. Thank you, Amy Bender, Miss Miranda, St. Mark's.
Thank you, baby.
Love you guys. Thank you.